What's poppin', y'all? One of the most upsetting beefs for us as listeners in the past just a year is Metro Boomin and Drake. Metro Boomin comes off to us as somebody that nobody else really has problems with. He comes off really chill. He doesn't ever beef with anybody else. He's cool with Future, Young Thug, pretty much everybody, 21 Savage, which makes it very odd that he decides to beef with Drake, or he has some sort of issue with Drake. Now, this kind of stems back to when Metro Boomin released his album, Heroes and Villains. Drake was supposed to be on one of those tracks. He doesn't put it on the album. It leaks, quote unquote, and a bunch of people believe that Drake was the one that leaked it. I'm inclined to believe that as well. So this leads to Metro Boomin having to get asked questions about it. Naturally, when you're promoting this album, you're going to do interviews, and people are going to say, yo, what's up with there not being a Drake record on there? What's going on? And then Metro Boomin gives an answer where it doesn't add up, which is, oh no, there wasn't enough space on it. Come on. Drake gives you a track, you put it on there. That's just the name of the game. This is a commercial project. People like the songs. You want to sell more. You want to get more attention to it. You can fit a Drake song in there somewhere. So it continues on. There's like some slight jabs thrown back and forth. We don't know the origin of the beef, but it comes back again more recently in the past week or so when there's been nominations. And Metro Boomin speaks out and he says, yet her loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over Heroes and Villains. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. I don't care about awards, honestly. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spend so much time on brings joy to people's everyday lives. Now, I think this is kind of an unfortunate slight because 21 Savage is really cool with Metro Boomin as far as we know. I mean, they were on the Without Warning project together. He was on Heroes and Villains. They had Savage, was it Savage Mode? I believe so, yeah. Savage Mode 2. They've done projects together. And 21 Savage and Drake's project Her Loss is kind of half and half, a 50-50 effort in terms of how often they appear. So taking shots at it like that is almost... It is somewhat taking shots at 21 Savage too, because that's his project. And he's saying, oh, you know, that just goes to show that this is about politics. I don't think he's wrong, but he could have said that without naming Her Loss, or he could have named any other album. And he goes on to delete this, but this just makes me think, how does the dynamic around this crew of artists work? Because 21 Savage and Drake is like this. And crossing fingers, they're really close. Drake and Future, really close. Metro Boomin is also close to Future. Young Thug and Drake is really cool. Well, Young Thug has bigger problems to worry about right now. So where does this end? Where does this go? And I feel like we should have some fun and speculate on this situation, which is, how does Metro Boomin get turned into the type of person that comes at Drake like this? And I'm willing to blame Drake. I don't think this is Metro Boomin's fault. I think he may be salty about something, but how often have we seen anybody upset with or going at Metro Boomin? The answer is, as far as I can remember, off the top of my head, none. So we've known Metro Boomin to be cool with the majority of people, doesn't get into problems with somebody. If he is having problems with somebody, we don't even know about it, so he's able to kind of conceal it. Now, Drake, well, the way that Drake moves, I mean, he's had issues with DJ Drama. If you guys remember, he had issues with Chris Brown, something over a chick. I think Lil Wayne even said Drake hit his girl when he was in jail. Now, I'm not saying this thing with Metro Boomin has to do with a chick, although that is the most likely reason for why he would be reacting the way that he is, kind of like feeling a slight or betrayal from Drake. But Drake's had issues with tons of people by the way that he moves, and kind of like these slight jabs that he throws, not jabs, but these setups that he puts someone in. For instance, if we are to believe that he leaked the song, that's better than any diss. Like, you're applying pressure. You're lighting a flame under him. The guy's album just drops. You leak the song. You know everybody wants that song. And you know everybody's wondering why that song wasn't there. And you're pretty much letting people know, like, yeah, he couldn't say that he didn't want to clear it. That's what Metro Boomin, that's the alternative. Like, hey, Drake couldn't get it finished in time, or Drake didn't want it on there. He was focused on his own album. That wasn't the case. So now it leaves Metro Boomin kind of high and dry. And I think it hurts Metro Boomin's brand. Because most people aren't going to look at it the way I am or the way that we are, in the sense that, yo, Drake maybe did something to him that was foul. A lot of people are going to look at it like, yo, Metro Boomin's tweaking. Why is he out of character? Why is he beefing with Drake? Drake tried to bless him. That's the way they're going to look at it. He tried to give him a song that was probably going to be one of the most streamed songs on there. He tried to really boost his album. This was Metro Boomin's comeback after Without Warning. Now, I think he had Savage Mode 2 in between there, but this is his official project where it's just Metro Boomin, not Metro Boomin and 21 Savage, not Metro Boomin and whoever else that he's done collaborative projects with. Not Metro Boomin and Offset, none of that. This is Metro Boomin's official project under his own artist name, which Savage Mode 2 is as well, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's the follow-up to Without Warning, which was a massive success. And then you kind of, for lack of a better word, like poop on his party. And I think it sucks for Metro Boomin, but I think this in particular was completely unnecessary and a bad move. Like, Metro Boomin has such a clean image, such a respectable image. So when, even if you're in the right, if the majority of people don't know that you're in the right and you're not willing to tell them the entire situation, which is never a good idea anyway, then you're better off just shutting up about this entire thing and not talking about it. Because if we look at the other rap album nominations, we've got Her Loss, Drake, Heroes and Villains, Metro Boomin, Utopia, Travis Scott, Killer Mike is on there, which that seems like politics. King's Disease 3 makes sense. So this is where I'm looking at it like, why are you upset when you're up there? He may be talking about some other awards that we haven't seen. Maybe he has more nominations. I don't know. But the whole weird thing is, too, is Metro Boomin has production credits on the Her Loss album as well. So you're competing against him. I just don't see it. If Metro Boomin wasn't in the Grammy conversation for Best Rap Album and he wasn't nominated, I would understand this frustration a little bit more. But he is nominated. So if they win some other awards and you don't, or you win some awards and they don't when you're in the same category, how can you really be upset at that? It's usually never like a clean sweep, across different award shows. I'm not talking just Grammys. And this is a pretty interesting list of awards. Now, for example, I can't even think of a political situation where Metro Boomin is getting screwed on this. He's getting all the, not accolades, but he's getting the nominations that we expect him to get. I wouldn't be surprised if Heroes and Villains didn't get nominated. Maybe not as an album, but let's say a track, they were like best rap performance or best rap single. I could see one track getting on there. And if the whole album wasn't on there, I don't think I would be surprised, even though it is streamed a bunch. And that's the response that Metro Boomin made. That reply that I read earlier, it was in response to saying that he was streaming, or his album had more streams than Drake's album with 21 Savage, Her Loss. So it's kind of like people were comparing them already. The tweet didn't come out of nowhere, but you didn't have to add fire to this flame, which is what he did. And I just wonder how 21 Savage feels about all of this. I hope this can get resolved or just pushed to the side, because none of us want to see this. Like, we usually like some sort of beef as long as people don't get hurt, at least from my perspective, or some competition. But in this case, it just seems like saltiness. It's one-sided from what we're able to see. And it's just overall unfortunate because the only person that gets hurt is us, because we don't get the best music possible. But let me know what y'all think about this. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.